Well, welcome back. Now I am working on a California poppy. These are so beautiful, and if they've had just the perfect winter conditions in California and Arizona, in the springtime these poppies cover the hillsides. I mean, it just looks like everything is carpeted with a gold, orangey gold carpet. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's like God has just poured color over the hills. So anyhow, I've mixed a couple of these in with the Icelandic poppies, or Flanders poppies, the big poppies with the other colors. They're all different types, and I have several of the different types in here. So now we're going to, these are mixes of my cadmium orange plus alizarin crimson. And again, using my bright brush, I can just cover large areas with that. And I just come in here, and the light's coming from the upper left, so this petal comes up and it casts a shadow over this petal underneath it. And I can just pull from my background is pretty well dry now, so I can just pull my color from the background into the petal. Now the petal is actually breaking out of the frame here. The area I have taped off is our signature framing, and I'm letting these flowers kind of pop out of the painting field. This is something that's I don't do very often, but it's just kind of a fun little touch. And so I have to kind of follow my line there. Okay. And I've saved some of my background color. That background color is phthalo blue plus cadmium orange plus white. And I've saved some of that so that I can come back and fix little places. I have several shades, and that was just a little bit too light. This is the one I want. And then I've got to bring my lighter shade back over that. I kind of had mixed the two when I painted it. So. But by saving my paint, I can have it. I don't have to try to remix those colors. I could do it, but getting the exact shade takes a little bit of time to do it. A little bit smaller brush here, and let me grab one of my other colors. I'd use these on the other poppy, and this is regular oil paint. I can just leave it out on my palette overnight, and then I can just use it the next day. So this again casts a little shadow again across this petal, and then the center of the flower, the stamens, also are going to cast a little shadow onto this petal. Now this mixture has a little bit of alizarin crimson in it and cadmium red deep to just give it more of a deeper redder tone. These California poppies go anywhere from orange to red orange, orange to gold. Stamen down there. Now this petal comes up, so it's going to be, this part of the petal is going to be kind of in shadow because it's up and the light's hitting the back side of it. I'll let this get a little lighter here because that light does come through it. That petal's thin, so it's translucent. And then as it comes around, I have my reference material on the laptop on my tabouret next to my easel, so I'm looking at that. But then that petal, it comes up and over, and then the edge of it flips back, so it's catching some light back here. And this edge catches a little more light. These petals are very delicate and thin, and just depending on how the wind is, the little breeze is blowing, they kind of wave and flap. But you can see how these bright brushes are very versatile. Just really, really like them. And just please remember, you can see the complete step-by-step process of this painting on my blog. The link is in the description below. The address is also on the final frame of my video. And feel free to ask questions. I do them for free to help artists all over the world. So please feel free to ask questions in the comments section. Now, Jack and I are very, very fortunate to have been able to make a living as artists and over the years, and we just always felt that God so blessed us that it's our responsibility to give back. So you can see how this light's catching this part of the petals. And then this petal here is also catching light. And then it flips back down, so that top edge is going to be dark. In fact, this edge even will fall under the shadow of this petal because it's flipped up a little bit. And I pull the brush in the direction of the petal, the flow of the petal. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to bring shadow here from this petal. And then this edge dives back over. That rattling you hear is me just pulling my tissue paper off I have a roll suspended underneath my palette here, and so it makes it very easy to just get my tissue with one hand as I'm painting. I don't want this quite so dark. I want that edge to be a little bit lighter so it stands out from the darker petal below us here. In fact, I'll make this shadow just a little bit darker down here. This guy's going to be, I think I'm just going to make him all the way in shadow here. Use a little smaller brush right here. And I want this, again, to get a little bit lighter as we come down here. Not going to be in the full light, but it's just a little lighter. Again, this is darker there. And that edge just catches a little bit of light. It's not going to be real bright, just a little bit. You'll also be able to see the finished painting on my blog. Just make sure to visit my blog. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also subscribe to my blog. And you'll get an email notification every time I either put up a new video or post a blog. That light comes here. It's the top of this. And we'll flip this edge back. With that blue background and these oranges and reds and pinks in the flowers, the blue and orange are complementary colors. They're across from each other on the color wheel. So putting them next to each other just makes the colors more intense. This flip around there. And then this one kind of flips up here and catches the light. I started out as a medical illustrator, and everything had to be so precise. Painting flowers is fun because I still like to get them anatomically correct, but if a petal goes this way or that way, it doesn't matter. You're doing nerves and blood vessels for doctors to study and learn from. You can't change the way they go. So I really enjoy painting the flowers. A lot more freedom to just play. Again, you can see how this brush just really allows me to make nice big brush strokes. Orange down in here, that's going to get a little more light. Because again, that petal is translucent, so it's going to get some light coming through it. Make a little bit of dark here, darken this shadow on that petal, so it's coming up a little bit. And I've got a couple places here where my canvas didn't get entirely covered, so I can just come back. We'll just make a little crease in that petal right there, and then I want to kind of highlight this edge where this petal kind of, oops, that got a little hair in it. Just get that little edge, and again with this bright square tipped brush, it's called a bright brush, you can just make that fine line by holding the brush sideways. And we'll highlight this edge. And this one here, where it pops around. Didn't get quite the highlight there that I wanted. A little bit better. And we'll catch some light on these edges. And this flips up just a little bit. So there we go. I've got my poppy pretty much blocked in. And again, to see the rest of how this goes, come visit my blog. And I really appreciate you watching. So you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'm just going to end it with one of Jack's favorite sayings. Today is a great day to have a great day. Take care, and thank you again.